Welcome back to the basement, the friendliest place on YouTube, and the messenger is back.
Yes,
back with attitude.
Triumphant return. Happy Sunday to you, probably, likely, right?
Yeah.
I think that's when these come out.
I'm sure we'll keep that going. Yep. So it's been a little bit of a hiatus.
Yes. Yeah, so we had a couple of weeks where, people get sick and people travel and life happens and Peter starts playing a different video game and wants to make 18 videos of it suddenly.
Hey, you know what? It worked out great because it was really just the perfect storm of a few things. We were ahead on videos.
Yeah.
Like so ahead. And then we traveled and then we were still doing great. And then I got sick and it threw things off quite a bit.
Okay, so hit the menu real quick. Or the map. So you see I can go up or down here?
Yeah.
According to the map. Well, you can't go up unless you change the time. And that's an optional time thing. And now you can't go down.
Got it.
Right?
Okay.
So up is old and down is
So let's try going down.
new.
Down is future.
Down into a burning ring of fire.
Nope.
You forgot which button is the grappling
I don't
hook.
need grappling hook buttons.
Well, it would help. What? For those of you who may or may not know, in Basement Let's Play, we in the basement, we record stuff for the channel, The Basement, and then we take a break and we drink some coffee and we talk about life, and then we play Basement Let's Play. And Ted and I were having such a good time talking off camera that
Peter was like, this is gold. We should be talking while we play.
I mean, sorta. It's sorta that, and it's sorta like, oh yeah, there's a time circle, which you probably have to hit. This looks like a dead end otherwise, doesn't it?
Oh, that's like a permanence. Object
so
permanence.
Cool.
I will say this. I forgot what I was going to say.
Okay. But also, so one reason, oh yeah, there, now you're stuck.
One or another.
And those guys came back. We can grind now.
Yeah,
dude.
they're not giving any more of those little yellow things.
Well, the thing I was doing earlier was, but at any rate, it wasn't just that we should save our conversations for on camera, although I hope you guys will appreciate that. But also just time was getting away from us. It felt like we could just talk for an hour and be like, oh wait.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say.
We're supposed to play video games.
This is important.
Lay it on us.
Well, part of the reason also that we got behind is last week we lost 2.5 hours of footage.
That's true.
Which was unfortunate, but we found a way around it, and then now we're good.
Yeah, that's true. Okay,
I gotta go this way and go to the left and go around.
Yep.
And then we can get back.
Right. Righty-o. So Ted brought up an old friend of ours, and I had recently seen this old friend's sister, and we got to talking about some of the other people that were there and some other old friends.
Some of you might remember a couple Saturday night instances where a guy named Josh hung out during streams.
Oh, yes.
So this is him.
That's the guy.
Oh,
Nope. No go. Oh, that's how it's done. Figured that out somehow. Dude, you are tanky tonight.
Dude, you gotta be tanky in this game. You don't be cranky.
So then we started talking about
tanky or get cranky.
A church whose theology is different than the rest of the church. Like, you know, sometimes churches have like campuses or whatever, and there's like in a few different cities. Savig. Nice reaction time. Mash buttons!
Hey, that wasn't mashing. That was planning ahead and doing things the way I meant to do them. It was just quick reaction. Hey, listen, you don't have to believe me, but I'm right. So yeah, the church that is different from the rest of the church.
Right, so Ted goes to the weird one. So what, or the unusual one,
yeah, so I was saying, like, my wife and I have been attending the church now for a couple months. It's been like the first new church we've been at in like over a decade. So that was a little weird getting used to just being somewhere new.
Hey,
like
there's
being a
things.
visitor. What, did I miss some things?
Yeah, down below. Like drop to the right of the spikes. Yeah, if you press down on in the middle of the floor, you can get those lights. I don't know, maybe it'll be worth it. Yeah, it's worth it.
Oh yeah.
Then you gotta go back up. Dude, welcome to the church again club.
Yeah, thanks.
That's it's so funny. But we're really
we were in a place for a while where we were like, we want to find a church, but it can be tricky.
Yeah, and sometimes you just, I don't know, you're not ready for it, because. Okay, so forgive me if you guys already know all this, but if you spend a lot of time at a church and you're helping out at that church or working at that church, it's really hard to go to that wasn't button mashing, I just happened to shoot out
No, that was a mistake, so that was button mashing.
Okay.
When it's intentional, it was on purpose.
There it is. That's what you want. It's really hard to go to any other church and not see the cons that church has that your previous church didn't,
And not see the pros. It's hard to focus on them.
Well, and or sometimes you get over enamored with the pros and you think this is it, and then it's not, because obviously.
Yep.
And you just need exactly what you need. As far as that sounds kind of dangerous, but theologically, there's something you're craving, and you can find, you can feed yourself.
Yeah.
And lead your own family, and sometimes it's a thing to do.
Sometimes that's
there's a season.
A very important piece is to get that back. If you were missing it.
That's true. If you're over reliant on the church.
Yeah, or if you were, staff, our situation as staff at a church. So I was very busy doing ministry a lot, which then kind of burnt me out when I'd go home. So I, wasn't as great at paying attention to making sure I was.
This is where we went down.
Stuff.
Oh no, it's not. It's just a different spot. Actually, will you?
I think it is where we were. Yep, we looped around. No, that's okay, because we looped around. We went all the way around that bottom thing and got everything there was to get over there. So let's keep moving to the right.
You think so?
Yeah, sure.
What's that thing on the left? Oh, you can hit A for the prophecy.
Prophecy has something to do with a bird nest. Then you'll find the true something.
Oh, fine, okay. Oh wait, we've been this way.
I know, but there's a green. I want to make sure we got what was green.
So real quick before you explain sort of the theological differences between yours and your campus and the other ones. Oh, it's so funny that you're we've been going there a couple of months. It's our first, church and a new church in a long time. Kelsey and I happen to be meeting with the pastor of the church that we're going to now for the first time, just us and him.
Oh, wow.
For coffee tomorrow. And it's when you stick your toe in the swimming pool and then you leave it there for a really long time, and then you sit down next to the pool and your feet are in it, and then you get a lawn chair and you order a lemonade and you're very comfortable. It's okay, it's just time to put on your swimsuit and get in the pool, right?
Yep.
So it feels like we're kind of on the brink of that.
Sure.
If that makes sense. So a funny old thing life is. Oh, you can go up from here.
Yeah, I had
That's
to go
what
back
the green
to...
is. Oh, and you got it. Yeah.
Okay, so green means we got it.
Could be. So the thing all the way to the left, is that the original level?
Oh. Okay, hold on. What is that green thing there and that green thing there? I think we need to get those.
Let's do it. Well, those are you got to collect 42 of them to unlock your ultimate power or whatever.
Okay, is that what we have to do?
I don't know.
I think we're just looking for big things. I don't think we're going to try to get all the perfect completion.
Yeah, no. We're looking to finish the game, not complete the game. So theology. Lay it on me, Big Papa. What's going on?
Yeah, so
charismatic.
So we started going to this church.
Have you been slain in the spirit?
Not at this church, no.
Not at this church.
Growing up, tons of times.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. It's hard to tell because I was young. Was I doing?
Sure.
Was I doing the courtesy fall?
Yeah.
Those of you who are have charismatic Pentecostal backgrounds. You know what I'm talking about with the courtesy fall.
Oh yeah.
Like this guy's he's praying for me until I fall down. So we both got to leave at some point. So I'm just gonna go down. So he moves on.
Look at that cage or whatever.
That is not a cage. That is a Taoist gate.
No. In the background there, the diagonal lines, like
that
a busted.
That is also a Taoist gateway.
It is?
No. We're getting a lot of these like coin.
Oh, it's a roof. They're rafters.
Oh, the roof was on fire.
Right, the village burned. Dude, I've got a thing to say about Pentecostals being slain in the spirit, charisma stuff, but it's not. That's not what we're talking about right now.
So you asked me what the theology is or whatever, but basically, so
compared to the rest of the church.
Yeah, we started attending this church, and people told me that apparently this is the weird location. Like, so there are a bunch of different locations, but this one like doesn't fit in or whatever. But mainly because, and by the way, if what I'm saying is your kind of church or whatever, I'm not trying to say it's like wrong or anything, but like this is just the type of church that is the main location.
This wave's look pretty good.
Is it's called like a Word of Faith church. So, and that's how they like self categorize as well, where like everything is very much about like, let's take spiritual authority over the situation. Like we're gonna pray about something and trust God for healing, like, and maybe even sometimes more so than doctors, like that kind of thing. So it's like it's very much, and like some of the negatives that can happen from it, or some people don't feel spiritual enough if they get sick. And they, like their
it's like what's wrong with
cancer,
you?
Like, didn't you have enough faith?
Yeah,
and like they have.
It's your fault. You didn't pray enough.
And obviously they still have like, that doesn't actually mean that's what they believe, but it's just sort of like a culture that forms there. It's like, oh, his grandma got sick and died.
Speaking the truth, praying heaven down, right? On earth as it is in heaven,
that kind of
sort
stuff.
of idea.
So obviously that can be taken to an extreme in some really negative ways.
Yeah,
but,
you hear about people like.
But apparently
getting
it's like
convicted in jail for
very...
child abuse because they trusted God to do what they didn't trust the doctors to do.
Right.
And everyone else is like, you should have taken your kid to the doctor.
I'm thinking that we got the thing in this area. Like we got the music note here.
That could be.
But I am here in the future, and I don't know if we've been here in the future before. Yeah, let's go to the gateway and go to a different area.
I'm ready.
Whoa.
So the rest of the church is that way, and the one you're at isn't, or is it vice versa?
The rest of the church is that way, very, very strongly, and this one is like still says like, hey, listen, we believe that,
right?
But like really putting some, I guess, like guardrails on it.
Okay.
Which, like, people are like, oh, like the pastor is like, yeah, I took some anxiety medicine, like, which apparently is like, whoa, that's
Pharmakia.
No, I don't know if they'd go that far, but like that's just like a really weird thing for a pastor to admit apparently in this church, that they're taking medicine for something like anxiety.
Sure.
But anyway, so like apparently this is the weird one because they're a little bit more like liberal with it, maybe. I don't know, like not necessarily liberal with. Ooh, what is the difference between ones that
you can fast travel shall be open from the other side? Right.
That looks like where we were. Let's go up here to this green crystal one. This looks cool.
Maybe that's the one that we found. Maybe the first one is open when we first get to this area, and this one's the one we opened by finding the one music note we found. I don't know, though.
I've never seen. Oh, we haven't been here before.
We're in a new area here.
New place.
And it's just about that time.
It is that time.
Guys, we're going to explore this new place and talk more about whatever we want to talk about in next episode of Messenger and Basement Let's Play, because that's how we roll.
That's how we do, man.
Until next time, Basement Dwellers, we think that you are more putting guardrails on things that other people value to the point of maybe a little too much. Then,
Formula One racing.
You know they need them guardrails.
So they can stay on the road. In the basement.
Hey, that's it for today's video. If you haven't already and you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button and maybe even consider subscribing to The Basement for more stuff like this. And as always, a huge thank you to our patrons and members and subscribers over on Twitch. You guys make The Basement happen, and we couldn't do it without you guys, so thank you very much, and we'll see you guys next time in The Basement.